Hello, so today I'm making a video on Kodak, um, because I was kind of fascinated by their business practices, and having worked in stationery for years now, I'm really interested in products and where they come from, how they work. I'm wearing my Kodak t-shirt today, um, to go with the theme. So basically, I've kind of just copied and pasted some facts and then written a few things myself. So I'm gonna go through it. Yeah. So Kodak provides packaging, functional printing, graphic communications, and professional services for businesses around the world. Its main businesses segments are print system, enterprise, inkjet systems, micro 3D printing and packaging, software and solution, and consumer and film, and it is best known for the photographic film products. So how the Kodak came about, the actual name, the letter K was a favorite of Eastman's Kodaks, and him and his mother devised the name using anagram sets. So it's a completely made up word, just based on which letters were preferred and so forth. So the role was to sell film. This was until cameras digitalized and became cellular. Printing happened no more with the advent of the internet. So in 2012, Kodak had to file for bankruptcy protection. Basically, for hundreds of years, Kodak had been at the cutting edge of photography and inventions which made this art form accessible to the public, but in 1984, people switched to Fuji because the colour film was cheaper, and nobody really foresaw what was going to happen with digital image sharing, in comparison to basically film. Um, so what I really like is the inventions that were made throughout the period of time that Kodak was popular. In 2000, one of Kodak's inventions, which a curator displayed in the George Eastman collection, was the Kodak $1 brownie camera, which made the price affordable to purchase a camera in the 1900s, so a long time ago. Um, but yeah, basically, it was $1 and it was a camera called after a brownie, which I think is an amazing idea. Another one of the items that I think was one of the best inventions Kodak came up with was the Kodak Ectoprint, which was an electronic publishing system. So it's like nowadays we don't even think of it that way because publishing is a whole realm of itself. But this was an invention of an entire printer, which was a publishing system, also called Keeps. This was a professional electronic publishing system sold internationally by the Eastman Kodak Company from 1987 to 1992. It was a fully integrated turnkey system consisting of publishing software from Interleaf, computer hardware from Sun Microsystems, and customized front-end software developed by Kodak that ran the Unix system the release form. And it was one of Kodak's high-end Ectoprint printer scanners and copiers. So it was an invention beyond just printing and copying, which once again I think is amazing. Especially, say for instance, if you're a young person who is interested in going into publishing and you might be struggling, you can literally have a machine with that system running for you. So yeah. Keeps was capable of producing what you see is what you get output at near typeset quality, while also offering document management and workflow tools for collaborative environments. So yeah, all really interesting things. Um, Unfortunately, basically, what with having to file for bankruptcy and basically film not being popular anymore and not having really fully integrated into the digitalized or the digital as opposed to analog space. Kodak making hand grenades, which is awful. Like when I found that out, I was like, the only thing that should be used for is destroying this top. But this is like secondhand. I purchased it secondhand, so I feel okay. Like the ethics isn't that bad, but I definitely recommend people to consider the ethics and really, really look into the history of each item they buy. Because it's just would pave out a much better, more ethical world. Anyway, so following the disaster with bankruptcy, Kodak expanded into pharmaceutical and consumer product lines. Not just pharmaceutical consumer products, but also into chemicals. Uh, because previously as well, I mean, the history of chemicals with Kodak is for a lot of film, different chemicals were used to develop different colours uh, on the actual film. They tried investing in a series of different things apart from different types of paper. Um, Film that didn't roll, so, and you know, all of these different ideas that they tried out, um, which kind of goes more into the scientific spectrum of things, which I don't think would be something that you would assume necessarily when you think of Kodak. But yeah, anyway. So this was part of a diversification strategy in the 1980s to offset the inroads made by Fuji and generic brand films into its photographic film business. Eastman Kodak acquired Sterling Drug for about £5.1 billion. Sterling is the maker of Baker aspirin, Philip Milk of magnesia, and other pharmaceutical products. So yeah, it's very strange for a initially film company to go into pharmaceuticals. I do wish it kind of had taken more of an inventive route. I think I remember reading somewhere when the first person came up with a digitized camera, people were like, "Oh, that's cute, but don't share it with anyone because obviously, you know, film would not be something that could sell anymore." So they tried different avenues, whether it was buying photographic paper, military avenues, things like that. But yeah, I really made this video because I wanted to think of the space that there is for invention and creativity within these industries. Um, and obviously, looking at the history, we can see kind of roots and ways in which things are really basically not expanding in ways that it could be. It could be so much more creative. There could be so much more effort gone into it. But yeah, anyway, that's about it. Thank you.